The colonel laughed at a black girl's request to use the shooting range. She broke every SEAL record. Wait a second, tell us where you're watching from in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. She stood in line with the others, clutching her application as if it were a lifeline. When her turn came, she looked the colonel in the eye and asked to join the shooting program. He laughed, loudly. "Stick to admin work," he said. "You don't want to embarrass yourself." The room chuckled, but behind her calm eyes was something else. Precision, discipline, and a fire built from every door that had ever been slammed in her face. What didn't they know? She had trained her whole life for this. Would they still laugh once the targets fell? Watch until the end. Amara grew up around discipline. Her father, a retired Marine, taught her the importance of structure, focus, and integrity. From a young age, she had an eye for precision: archery, darts, even coins tossed mid-air. Everything she touched, she mastered with eerie calm. But there was one thing she loved most: marksmanship. Every weekend she'd practice at a rural range, her father coaching her silently from the sidelines. When she turned 22, she enlisted, not just to serve, but to challenge the ceiling no one wanted to admit was there. She knew she'd face resistance, but nothing prepared her for the outright mockery. At the elite training facility, no one looked like her. And when she requested to join the Special Forces shooting tryouts, the officers didn't even hide their amusement. To them, she was a joke. But what they saw as weakness, she saw as camouflage. On the first day of the selection phase, Amara showed up before dawn. While others yawned and complained, she stretched, mentally rehearsing every move. The first challenge was a timed course featuring targets at multiple distances, sudden movements, and low visibility. Recruits whispered, some snickered. "Bet she misses every shot," one said loud enough for her to hear. She didn't react. The buzzer sounded. She moved like water, smooth, precise, silent. Shots rang out. Ping, 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 one after the other, dead center. The observers' faces shifted. What was that look? Surprise or fear? By the end of the day, she had the highest score. Not just among the rookies, but higher than some of the instructors. The colonel pulled her aside. "Beginner's luck," he muttered. But it wasn't luck. Day after day, Amara continued to dominate every test. Wind simulation, moving targets, stress drills. Her hand never shook. Her eyes never blinked. Her name began spreading like wildfire. Still, the whispers didn't stop. One night, she overheard two officers joking about how quota hires were ruining the force. Her chest tightened, but not with fear, with fuel, the kind that could shatter legacies. Final exam. The SEAL shooting gauntlet. 6 stations, each harder than the last. One error, and you're out. Amara was later to go. Silence surrounded her. She stepped up. Heart steady. Breathe even. She fired. First target, center. Second, moving drone, clean. Third, low light, breath-held shot, bullseye. The crowd grew restless. The colonel leaned forward. Final target, 900 meters, crosswind, elevated. Most failed here. She adjusted, paused, and pulled. Silence. Then, the sound of a direct hit. Dead center. Gasps filled the air. She didn't smile. She just stood there, calm, like she knew this moment would come. The colonel looked at the board, stunned. "She broke the SEAL record," someone whispered. "Not just passed, and shattered it." They gave her the medal, quietly. No ceremony, no cameras. But her name was carved into the record books where no one could erase it. Amara went on to train others. Men who once laughed now took notes at her side. The colonel? He retired quietly, his laughter long forgotten. But Amara never sought revenge. She sought excellence, and she achieved it in the face of every sneer, every closed door, every assumption. Her story spread, not through headlines, but whispers between cadets. If Amara did it, what's your excuse? In a world that often underestimates black women, she didn't just prove them wrong, she redefined what right looked like. How many more Amaras are out there, waiting, unheard, underestimated? If you enjoyed this story and found it thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful narratives. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Take care.